Have you ever felt that instant surge of rage when someone cuts you off in traffic? Or spent an entire afternoon, maybe days, replaying a conversation, a criticism, tasting that bitter frustration for not reacting how you should have? That feeling of being a puppet of your own emotions, constantly reactive, your mind always churning. That's not living. That's being a hostage. If you recognize yourself in this, know you're not alone. Many people go through their entire lives this way, believing it's the only way to exist. I bet you've tried everything. Counting to 10, forcing positive thoughts, maybe even cutting people out of your life thinking it would bring you peace. And what really changed? Probably very little. You keep handing over your peace on a silver platter, day after day. But what if I told you that all this reactivity, this supposed defense mechanism of yours against the world, is an illusion? A sophisticated trap set by your own mind, built on foundations you didn't even know existed? What we're about to uncover here is knowledge that goes far beyond the superficial advice you find everywhere else. Frankly, a lot of people charge, and charge a fortune, to even scratch the surface of what I'm about to give you here, for free. Why? Because I've been in that exact place of paralyzing anguish. Someone, one day, extended a hand to me with an inconvenient but liberating truth. And I made a commitment to do the same for others. In this video, you're not going to learn how to manage your outbursts. You're going to discover the origin of your emotional prison. We're going to expose the illusion of justified reactivity. You'll understand that your mental untouchability won't come from suppressing reactions, but from eradicating the faulty internal programs that give the external world the power to disturb you. What you believe you're defending, your peace, your pride, are in fact your wounds. And today, you start healing them. Stay with me, because your emotional freedom is on the line. First secret. Your reaction is almost never about what just happened. Sounds crazy? Think about it. That fit of rage when your boss gave constructive criticism, or the disproportionate anguish when a friend canceled plans. The inconvenient truth is that your mind operates with hidden payloads, toxic residues from past experiences, old fears, social conditioning, and beliefs about your own worth that were programmed into you, often in childhood, without your consent. It's like ghost software running on a loop in your mental operating system. A comment today isn't just a comment. It hits play on that old program. I'm not good enough. I'm being disrespected. I'll be abandoned. You're not reacting to the present, you're reacting to a painful echo from the past. And that's why counting to 10 is a joke. It's like putting a bucket under a leak in the ceiling. The problem isn't the drip, it's the hole in your internal structure. Counting to 10 doesn't fix the hole. It just postpones the overflow. Recognizing this is the first step to freedom. It's not about blaming yourself, but about understanding the mechanics of your prison. Most of your emotional battles are with these ghosts. And ghosts, my friend, only lose their power when you shine a light on them. Shall we continue? Second secret. Your unhealed wounds, these hidden payloads, are not passive. They emit signals. And this is where the part that few dare to tell you comes in, about why you seem to be a magnet for certain types of interaction. Imagine your vulnerabilities as internal landmines. You might not even know where they all are. But in the minefield of human interactions, other people, with their own baggage and carelessness, inevitably step on some of them. The explosion that follows seems to be the fault of whoever stepped on it, right? But the mine was already there, armed and waiting for a trigger. This is why the idea of simply cutting toxic people out is a childish and fragile solution. First, who defines what's toxic? Often it's just someone who unintentionally steps on your minds more frequently. Second, you can't control the entire world. The one who lives by running away from toxic people never builds their internal fortress. It's like a snail that hides at the slightest danger. We teach you to be the tortoise, with an impenetrable shell forged from self-knowledge. Untouchability isn't about clearing other people's fields, but about disarming your own minds. When you understand that your open wounds are easy access points, You stop blaming the world and start focusing on shielding what's yours. The echo of disturbance only happens if there's an internal resonance chamber. And that chamber, you're the one in control of it. Third secret, and this one will sting a bit. What you call defending myself or not taking crap from anyone, most of the time, is you tightening the chains of your own prison. Society, especially for men, often glorifies immediate reaction as a sign of strength. But when that reaction is a spasm from an internal wound, a faulty program being executed, it only deepens that wound. It's like a knot that tightens with every pull. I bet you've lost hours, maybe nights replaying an argument, rehearsing brilliant comebacks you never delivered, feeling your blood boil. You think you're in control, processing? No. You're practicing your pain. You're reinforcing the neural pathways of your own emotional misery. The volcano that erupts at any tremor doesn't demonstrate power. It demonstrates internal instability. The mountain, silent and massive, that absorbs the impact of storms without disintegrating, that's true strength. The one who explodes isn't in control. They're a puppet. If this describes you, don't be ashamed. This programming is insidious, but the fact that you're here, listening to this, means a part of you has already realized the futility of this cycle. You're closer to disarming this trap than you imagine, because the first step to changing the program is recognizing that it exists and that it's defective. Fourth and most liberating secret: mental untouchability isn't about building higher walls, but about dismantling the internal programs that make you vulnerable. It's about becoming the hacker of your own reality. Until now, you've been a passive user of your own mind, running the programs that life, society, and your experiences installed. Often, pure malware. Deprogramming is the act of accessing the source code of your beliefs, identifying the viruses, these hidden payloads and limiting programs, and the backdoors, your vulnerabilities, and actively starting to rewrite the scripts that dictate your reactions. This is why just thinking positive is an insult to your intelligence. It's like putting on expensive perfume to mask the smell of garbage in your house. Sooner or later, the real smell comes back. We don't mask. We clean the source. True untouchability doesn't fear the shadow. It understands it, integrates it, and transmutes it, like an emotional alchemist, turning lead into gold. This is the path. It's not the easiest one. It requires courage to look within, to confront your own shadows. But it's the only path to a peace that doesn't depend on circumstances, a peace that is yours by right, forged in the mastery of your own mental blueprint. So, the reactivity that torments you isn't a sign of strength, but a symptom of internal programming that can and must be rewritten. You no longer need to be a hostage to your emotions or the actions of others. The key to becoming mentally untouchable isn't in controlling the world, but in mastering yourself, in deactivating the hidden payloads that make you vulnerable. If deconstructing justified reactivity and the idea of eradicating your internal programs resonated with you, know that this is just the first layer of the mental architecture we explore here. To continue this journey of deprogramming and reclaim control of your mental project, subscribe now to Mind Architect Lab and turn on notifications. There's much more to be uncovered. Remember, the mind is your laboratory. The results depend on the architect.